Now, I know what you're thinking. Eric, starting a GoFundMe to buy you an airplane? That's just dumb. And I'd agree with you, but, well, hi, I'm Eric the Aviator. If you're like me, you're probably thinking, Eric, starting a GoFundMe to buy you an airplane? That's completely dumb. I would never give to that. And the truth of it is, if it was just a donation, then I'd agree with you. But it's a little different than a donation. It's actually a transaction of sorts. Most people pay, probably up to $120 a year for a subscription service to some sort of their favorite entertainment programming network. And really, it's just entertainment. You don't even get much value out of that. And most of the time, it's not even very good entertainment, if we're being honest. My transactional value to you is if you donate to the GoFundMe and I'm able to buy an airplane, then not only will I take you along on some of the awesome adventures that I'm going to have, but I will empower you to be able to have these adventures as well. Let me explain. As I go along on these adventures, I'll be showing you every step of the way, every process, every mistake I made, very transparent with mistakes, but also the things I did right or the things that you could do in the future if you want to do what I did. So in a way, it's more of a investment. The cumulative funds that I receive with the GoFundMe to buy an airplane, I will take everything I learned, all the knowledge I have, and put it back into my videos so that you can do this the most efficient and the best way possible so that you can have adventures of your own in your own airplane someday. So that's the first promise. I promise to donate all my efforts back into empowering you to also have awesome aviation and journeys if you give to this cause. Now, the second promise is a little more practical. If we don't make our goal to get this airplane, I won't just pocket the cash and walk away. My promise is to you that if we never make this goal, all that money you got will be refunded right back into your account. GoFundMe has this option and I'm doing it. So if I don't meet my goal, all of that money is going back into your accounts. This is not a donation, it's a transaction. So if I can't uphold my end of the deal, then you get your end of the deal back. That's how a transaction works. That's how it works in business, and that's how this is going to work. Now, airplanes aren't cheap. We're going to, again, try to figure out the best ways to do this, the best ways to buy an airplane. I'm going to bring you guys along every step of the way. But airplanes aren't cheap, and so we need a lot of money to get into this. I'm thinking the experimental route is going to be the cheapest way. Not just initial buying costs, because for so many people, the initial price isn't actually the issue. It's the upkeep, it's the insurance, it's the hangar, it's the fuel. Everything about an airplane, operating an airplane, is extremely, extremely expensive. The upfront price isn't much more a lot of times than a nice sports car. And a lot of people can afford it, but it's the money that goes into it constantly, the annual inspections, the maintenance, the certified parts. And so I think experimental is actually the way to go, and you can do it very safely. And that's one thing I really want to talk about in this channel, is how safe you can be in experimental, and you can learn so much, and you can actually even train in certain experimentals. They're considered light sports. You can train, you can build hours as a CFI, and for a very cost-effective price. Now, for some of you who maybe follow my channel or maybe watch some of my other videos, you may be wondering, Eric, don't you already have an airplane? You fly an airplane around. The truth about that airplane is actually belongs to the company I work for, and I do have limited access to it because I am training to become the company pilot. However, it's limited. It's not my airplane. I can't make bush upgrades to it. I want an angle of attack indicator. I want to put VGs on there. I want to put bigger tires on there. That kind of thing. That's not really an option for me as of now. And so I want something where I can take it out and really have awesome adventures, and for a cost-effective price. This is a certified airplane. We're paying $2,000 a year in annuals. We're paying a ton of insurance. I mean, there are just so many things, so much money that goes into these certified airplanes, and I want to show you how we can do it cheaper. And the way to do that is by doing it myself first. and then I'll take you guys along in the process. Now, there's going to be a few stages of donations. If you can give $120, that's awesome. If you can give $5, that's awesome. And I'll try to do shout outs for every single person who gives in each one of my videos. But if you can give all the way up to $5,000, my promise to you is that you guys will get a free ride in this airplane. So $5,000, once we get the airplane, then you guys will get a free ride. And again, if we don't ever get the airplane, you get the $5,000 back, no questions asked. $5,000, you get a free ride. $10,000, and you'll get your name, whether it's the name of your company, free advertising, whether it's your name personally, on the airplane. Now, for $10,000, it will be seen in some videos, but it won't be seen from every angle. You know, it'll just be somewhere on the airplane body. So that's $10,000. $20,000, it'll be bigger, and it'll be seen from most angles. So most angles, most videos will have this. So if you're a company, you want some long-term advertising, this will be a perfect option for you. Or if you just want your name on the airplane seen from most angles, $20,000. Now, our highest tier is $50,000. And if you give $50,000, if your company gives $50,000, this will be able to be seen from every single angle. Whenever this airplane is in a video, your logo should be able to be seen. It'll be on the paint job. It'll be big. It'll be bright. $50,000. So for those of you guys who help make this happen, the return is your name will be on it. You guys will get a free ride, all that kind of stuff. So my promise is help make this happen, and I will help make your dreams happen in a very practical way. My dream airplane is a family hauling, adventure seeking, and inspiring content creating airplane. There are a few airplanes I'm looking at currently. The one I kind of have my eyes on is the Bear Hawk 5 because it's a 6-seater. It's a backcountry bush plane. I mean, the thing can take off and land in like 400 feet with a huge useful load. I mean, that thing is an absolute beast. But there are several others for lower price points. I mean, there are so many airplanes in this experimental range that I'm looking at, and they're all awesome. They're all amazing. And it's really going to be great, and I hope I can take you guys along for this awesome journey. So if you are interested in this, then check out the GoFundMe link in the description. And if you're saying, Eric, you're just a wacko, who would do this? Then I might say, I agree with you. I probably wouldn't do this either unless I realized the value this could bring to me personally, seeing this whole journey, seeing every step of the way, seeing the adventures that can be had for a lower price. Then I would give. But a GoFundMe to buy someone else an airplane, on the surface, maybe not. But once you understand it's a transaction and a risk-free transaction, either you get the content I promised or you get a refund. And again, if you just want to stick around for the content, make sure to like and subscribe to the video, and we'll see you in the next one.